Kia ora and welcome to Extra Time. I'm Andy Birds and joined once again by Piri Weepu. How's it, mate? We're set for a blockbuster finale, semi-final this weekend. Crusaders, Hurricanes. How big is that going to be?
Oh, it's going to be huge. Huge opportunity for teams to go out there and, show their or flash sort of moves and things like that. But no, it's going to be huge. I mean, playoffs is where you want to be, and we've got 4 teams left in the comp, and it's going to be a great weekend of semi-finals.
Now, you picked Crusaders and Hurricanes to make it, but you didn't pick the other side of the draw.
Nah.
We've got the Lions against the Waratahs. That's going to be huge as well.
Oh, it is. I mean, I kind of backed the Huggies to get through and do the mahi there, but obviously they were a bit short on that. But that Highlanders game.
Yeah. What a comeback. One of the great comebacks of history, isn't it?
It's probably one to talk about on the weekend. You know, they're leading the game and then, didn't quite finish it after 80 minutes.
Now let's take a look at a few moments from the weekend. So kicking off on Friday night, Hurricanes v Chiefs, massive clash here. And mate, Julian Severe, 2 intercepts in the opening 2 minutes. Let's take a look at these ones.
Well, great anticipation here from Julian, and to pluck it from the air like that. And oh, he did. He must have been about 20, 30 metres back, and almost got pulled in there by Mackenzie. But I just remember watching the interview at the end of the game with CJ, and CJ was giving him a bit of stick about the bus ran out of petrol. But that was a great start for him, just to get the confidence up and started the game. First less than 5 minutes, and he's picked off 2 intercepts, and that second one intercept was a good read in terms of plucking that one, because I mean, if they got that pass away, there was exactly. So he's done really well to anticipate that and pick it up. But yeah, great start for them, especially for him in terms of confidence to get that first meat pie.
And crucial for Hurricanes to have a strong start. Now later in the game, it was pretty close, and Jordie Barrett stepped up to take a shot from the corner, conversion, which he landed, and that took the Hurricanes out for 3 strikes ahead of the Chiefs, which was crucial, wasn't it?
Oh, I think he probably felt that he was hitting the ball a lot better than Bodie, but no, it was a crucial conversion, and as you see in the final result, it was only won by one point. Which was the main reason he probably done it. So they were a bit complacent at the end. I think they were probably just happy that they made it into the semis. But usually, when it's down to the line, down to the wire and things like that, you've got to make every opportunity stick, and you don't want that to sort of creep up on you later on.
Yeah. 32-31 was probably a little bit flattering to the Chiefs in the end, wasn't it? Really?
Oh, I think the Chiefs probably didn't fire as much as they did the week before. I mean, probably didn't help with those first 2 intercepts too. But I mean, in situations like that, Mackenzie just basically carried on, played the game like how he would play. You sort of just got to dust that off and carry on playing rugby, which is exactly what he done, and he's been doing that pretty well actually.
Now down to the Crusaders v Sharks. We're going to look at Braden Ennor here. These young players just keep coming out of nowhere for the Crusaders.
Mate, their back 3 is just coming out of nowhere. They're picking up these random young fellas, and they're doing the business. Ennor's done really well to support, but before that, his first opportunities, he was basically there backing up in the right position, in the right spot when he needed to, and it just shows that when it gets down to the wire, and especially in the playoffs, you might have been playing for 17 rounds, and your spot might not be secure, and he's done really well to come on off the bench and play really well and put his hand up.
And he had George Bridge on the outside, who could have had his 15th try there and equalled the time record, but instead the young fella does it, doesn't he? Attacks himself.
He was probably hoping that he'd give it to him, just so that he could get to 15, but I'm still banking on him to get to 15 and possibly break that record.
I think he'll do it too. Hey, over to the Waratahs v Highlanders. Great comeback, 23-6 down the Waratahs, and this was a 3-try burst within 6 minutes, I think it was, with Nahula off the field.
Yeah, well, I guess majority of once sort of Nahula went off in the sin bin, they pretty much targeted that left edge and made huge gains. As you see, Curtly Beale sort of put his hand up and took charge in it, and it shows. Then they went to the right edge. This is probably where Falau sort of got in the open pastures, and then backed up by Foley, getting a double.
25 points for Foley for the game. Pretty impressive haul, that, isn't it?
Oh, when you're doing really well and your team does well, you get the spoils at the end. But it's a great effort from him, especially. He's in the right spot, mate. He's got to be 10, got to kick goals.
That's the place to be, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, now they're going to face the Lions over in Johannesburg. We're going to take a look at Malcolm Marx here, who has to be one of the best front rows going around in the world, isn't he?
Oh, mate, he's obviously come out of nowhere and done really well. He's just probably been chipping away, and you know, he's made the most of his opportunities. Had a huge year when he played his first starting cap for South Africa, and you know, he's just been improving week in, week out, and it shows.
I don't think New Zealand fans quite realise yet, but this guy, he scrums well, his line-out's brilliant, and he runs like Nani Lamape, doesn't he? So he's a full package.
Or even Asafo, you know, exactly the same sort of, I wouldn't say size in terms of height, but I mean, you know, basically in terms of how he plays, exactly the same scrum, you know, line-out throwing and things like that, very accurate and, you know, quite quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely won't want to be chasing after him from behind.
I wouldn't want to be in front of him or behind. No, absolutely not. So we're set for a huge weekend. We've got Crusaders against Hurricanes at AMO Stadium on Saturday night. It's going to be a blockbuster, so make sure you get your tickets and get down and watch that game live.
Go the Canes!